Just a quick list here.
Sure.
Remember, this is all to preserve our freedoms and protect democracy. So number one, we have to eliminate the Electoral College. Get rid of it. Doesn't make any sense.
But don't California my Arizona.
So that's step one to preserve democracy. Number two, we have to revamp the Supreme Court.
Absolutely.
We have to.
Because it's not in their favor.
We've had far too many decisions go against us lately. Again, we should revise the First Amendment.
Yes,
Free speech
dude.
is dangerous, number one. What is left of the First Amendment, we have to censor those dissenting voices.
Hillary the other day said something about giving people free speech and we lose control.
Yeah.
Who the is we? Because it's not me. If I'm allowed to speak my mind and so are all my friends, that sounds like America. Need to do away with the Second Amendment. Everybody shouldn't be allowed to have guns.
Because the whole reason we were allowed to have them was to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government.
That's why they don't want us having guns, because it's dangerous for them. Just know, if you want a safe and free and democratic America, you need to get rid of your guns. Then we have to be able to weaponize the justice system to take care of our political rivals. Maybe
Makes
lock
sense.
up Donald Trump so he can't run against you. And then, after all that's done, then we will have a free democratic society. Vote Democrat. Forty-four. Damn it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, I gotta get my. Where's my notes?
Your notes shins.
Lot of stuff.
You had a backlog of shit from the last.
Yeah, I had to parse it down pretty good.
All right.
Because I had now 3 weeks worth of shit, and like at this point, like some things seem like, I don't know. There's some subjects that are too big to like bring back up, like because other things have happened that are more topical. So I decided to go with the more topical. Although there's a lot of Chinese spying, with drones and shit.
China.
There's a lot of China shit.
China.
So I kind of left that on the back burner for another day.
Okay.
I figured, dude, this is going to be our last published show before the election.
Is it?
Oh,
It is.
shit.
Because our last show will, the
Oh my
next
God,
show
is it next
will be
week?
election day.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Is it next week?
Oh, yeah. A week from today? Oh, no.
A week and a day
A week
from
from
today.
A
tomorrow.
week and a day from
Like
today.
8 days from today.
Oh, boy.
So this will be
Mail
our
your
last.
votes in, everybody. Mail your votes in.
Yeah.
And if you're in Phoenix, it might not matter because some lunatic might just burn them.
They're fucking lighting the ballots on fire.
Did you see all that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All the homeland warnings?
Everyone went to like conspiracy theory right away. He's like, I just wanted to go to jail. I didn't even know about the election.
Yeah.
Just a fucking lunatic. Oh, man. Gotta love the mentally insane.
You had
Job security.
That white powder call last week.
Hey, you were
too.
talking about that.
They were
I never
dusting-
saw how it came about or like how it ended.
I don't either, but they were like dusting signs with like
Yeah.
white powder.
There were bags of white powder like stapled
just
the
flour?
trees,
Probably.
pretty much. But they were on it. Because we were coming back from the hospital at like 3 in the morning, and they were still on it at shift change, like 7:30.
Jeez.
So
Yeah,
I
because you
thought
have
it
to
was
do
legit.
all these field sampling tests. You
Yeah.
have to send it to the state lab and all kind of
Yeah.
shit. It's a process.
It's a crime scene like for a long time. Yeah.
It is. I mean, not even just a crime scene. It's a hazmat scene for
Yeah.
a long time, and then a crime scene even longer.
all for some baking supplies.
God knows it wasn't cocaine.
Yeah, it wouldn't be stuck to
Nobody-
that,
Can't
wouldn't be
get
stuck to
that
that tree for
lucky.
very long.
Nobody puts perfectly good cocaine
You just see bums
stapled to
walking
a
around with
tree.
like flowered gums and stuff.
Fucking China White just sprinkled all over town. Damn it. That would have been
pretty
amazing. So yeah, it's our last show. I figured we'd talk about the election and maybe, probably not, put it behind us for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've just been, I think I told you this, the closer it gets, the more I am just seething over the Democratic Party in general.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking stand their tactics and straight up bullshit and gaslighting. Like, I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah.
It is so in your face obvious. I don't know how people don't see it.
The thing that blows my mind and kind of along with what you're saying is like the commercials that come out with Kamala and she's on one side of the fence in the video and then she has the complete opposite stance and then she's at the next topic, complete one side of the fence and then now she's on the complete opposite. And I know that it's normal for politicians to, to maybe have a change of
Not as
heart
much as her.
But man, it's like every single issue that she was hardcore for. The no fracking, now she's for fracking. The no immigrants, now she's
Medicare for all, now no.
Yeah, no, it will take it away from you. We're all for illegal immigrants now. It's like absolutely not.
Take everyone's guns away. Now, hey, I got a gun too, and I'll kill you if you come in my house.
I mean, just the stuff that she's talking about makes
defund the police. We
zero
never
sense.
said that.
Right. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, man.
So yeah, they love talking about how Trump's the fucking liar. He said 38 lies in his rally yesterday. Like, Why is nobody keeping track of her bullshit?
Yeah.
Nobody.
And this is kind of like related, unrelated, but Adam, I was talking to him on the way in, and he was talking to somebody about the election, and this person is very much a Democrat, and they were saying like, oh man, I hope Trump doesn't win. If he wins, like it's over for us. And Adam was like, what exactly is over for us?
What's going to happen?
And this individual he was speaking to said, well, my wife is Hispanic.
Oh,
and I'm worried that
he's going to put her in jail.
Yeah.
Mine too.
No,
I didn't even think of that.
He
Like,
legitimately thought that if Trump's elected, his wife is going to get deported. And Adam's like, wasn't your wife born here? Doesn't she have family? Like, she's an American-born citizen. Like, what makes you think? He's like, well,
doesn't matter.
That's what's going to happen
Trump's
if
going to
Trump
get rid of
gets
them
in.
all.
It's like, you know, he was in office before and that didn't happen, right? Like, what are we fucking talking about here?
I didn't even think of that. My wife's Hispanic.
Dude.
A couple of my best friends, my brother-in-law,
Get your
are
affairs
Adios,
in order,
motherfuckers.
dude.
my nephews and nieces are Hispanic. Jesus Christ, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
All
So,
the Mexicans are getting deported.
it just,
dude.
yeah.
Adios, motherfucker.
But like, it doesn't make,
What the fuck?
It's almost like people's ability to rationalize the situation logically has been so skewed from, and I'm not saying it's one side or the other, it's both sides, but has been so skewed because of like these crazy commercials, these crazy ads, these crazy attacks from one side to the other. It's like, how the fuck are people really starting to buy this?
I wish people would just, again, everybody just bases all their emotions and their thoughts on sound bites. I don't know where I heard this, but there was a DARPA study that tried to figure out how you make decisions logically, emotionally, and everything. This little center in your brain that dictates emotions versus logic every single time would light up before the logic side. So every decision we make, whether we like it or not, is emotional.
Off emotion, yeah.
And I guess depending on how emotional you might be or how illogical you might be, that side's going to just run amok, right?
Yeah.
So, like you said, the ads, the sound bites, this and that, Trump's Hitler, like, and I'll get.
And
the
that's
whole
why
thing
they
about
prey
Hitler.
on your emotion, because they know that
it works,
study, right?
Because it works.
Right.
I kind of just have been taking some notes over the past however many weeks and listening to these Democratic talking points and things they say, all in the name of preserving democracy. So just a quick list here.
Sure.
Remember, this is all to preserve our freedoms and protect democracy, right?
With the government's help.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
So number one, we have to eliminate the Electoral College. Get rid of it. Doesn't make any sense.
So are you just going to go straight popular vote?
Well, they
So-
did that
so
because the Biden thing where didn't one of them win the popular vote?
Yeah,
Or it was
Biden,
Hillary,
yeah.
right? One of them won the popular vote and Trump won the Electoral College. And they were
That
like,
happened, and
well,
so
that's not fair.
But now they're thinking the same thing can happen again because Trump
Yeah.
is theoretically ahead in the electoral votes, and Kamala isn't. So got to get rid of that,
Yep.
right? We have to get rid of that because we should probably have California picking our leaders,
Right.
right?
Well,
Because
the
that is the
people-
most
they
It
don't-
popular
works real
state.
well for them as
I
a
used to
state.
think the same thing, but people don't conceptualize people who say that don't know why we have the Electoral College. Exactly what you said. Like, you're going to let the 3 states with all of the population decide for the states with small population. It just doesn't make any sense. They don't understand it, I think.
I don't think somebody in rural Utah wants everybody in Los Angeles making decisions
Exactly. Yeah.
about them. That's why we have the United States. We have states'
Yeah.
rights. If I don't like it in
we
California,
don't just have the state of America.
yeah, you know what? I
Yeah.
can go to Texas if I don't like
Exactly.
it here. I like the way they do things in Texas or XYZ.
Yeah.
Or
It's like the
Texas is a
perfect
little
system.
too redneck. It is. It's fantastic.
Go live with like-minded individuals in a way that you want to live in a state that caters to that way
Yeah.
of life.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It
And
is
just
truly-
go somewhere else and stay in the greatest country ever.
But don't California my Arizona.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Keep it in California.
Yeah.
So that's step one to preserve democracy. We have to get rid of the Electoral College. Number two, we have to revamp the Supreme Court.
Absolutely.
We have to. There's too much corruption and there's a
Too
little
much
bit.
power.
stupid.
There's too much power.
That's probably legitimate.
There is a case to be made, but only because there are too many conservative judges right now.
Because it's not in their favor.
we have
Yes.
to revamp the Supreme Court. We've had far too many decisions go against us lately.
Right.
So we need to do away with that.
Instead of balancing it out, checks and balances, let's just get rid of it.
Again, we should revise the First Amendment.
Yep.
So
Free speech is dangerous.
Free speech
Dude.
is dangerous, number one. Like, and Tim Walz likes to say, hate speech isn't protected by the First Amendment. The fuck it isn't.
Right.
Actually, sir,
yeah.
it is.
You know what? I hate your bitch ass, Tim Walz.
Yep. And you
How
have
about
the
that?
freedom
It's like,
to not listen to it or go
I think it
elsewhere.
was it Cuomo who during the riots was like, show me in show me in somewhere in the Constitution where it says that you have the right to protest. And I was like,
actually, it says that exactly.
Actually,
It might be
verbatim is what that says.
So those are our politicians. Awesome.
So that is the next step. We need to revise the First Amendment. And what is left of the First Amendment, we have to censor those dissenting voices with the help of our buddies in big
Isn't
tech.
that the whole point of the First Amendment, is to not have to censor it?
Well, didn't Hillary the other day said something about giving people free speech and we lose control?
Yeah,
This is a real fucking thing.
Yeah, listen to that. She said
Use
that
your
exact
fucking
thing.
brain.
That's terrifying.
Just what
Think
you said,
about
Steve.
that.
We lose all control.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is we?
Who
Yeah.
is we?
Who is we? Because it's not me.
It's the lizard people, dude.
Because if I'm allowed to speak my mind and so are all my friends and people I don't like, that sounds like America.
Yeah.
So who exactly is we losing all control?
Right.
That's a little scary. We also, after that, need to do away with the Second Amendment. That's got to go.
Sure.
Everybody shouldn't be allowed to have guns.
Well, because the whole reason we were allowed to have them was to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. Oh, and ourselves. But
Yeah, but that was a long time
if
ago,
the government's
Steve.
becoming more tyrannical, I could see why they would be more worried about
That
the
was a
population
long-
having guns.
That was a long time ago.
If
It
you
never
wanted
happened.
to take on the government, you'd need an F-16, dude.
Apparently-
Tell that to the Taliban.
You need
Apparently, all you need is 6 highly skilled operatives to take over cities.
No, I
So-
mean, if you want to look at a big scale thing, look at the goddamn Taliban.
Yeah.
They had nothing.
Yeah, they
And
did great.
They had Soviet era rifles. Like, they had nothing.
I mean, great work, but
And 20 years later, they sent our shit packing.
But they had high training from people like
and now they
Justin
have all the
and-
good shit.
Just like we will have here in the United States.
Yes.
That's
Oh
why
my
they don't want
God.
us having guns, because it's fucking
Yeah.
dangerous for
Okay.
them.
I'd like to pose a question that I give people all the time. Realistically, let's say it passes. You are no longer
chance.
allowed to hold anything above a 6-shooter revolver.
Not a chance.
How do you logistically implement that policy?
I don't know.
In what way does it not look like the military
So-
going door to door to take your shit?
Here's where I think that actually gets kind of scary is you have, and again, when push comes to shove, actions will speak louder than words, but you have law enforcement personnel. You have military personnel that are making posts, that are coming out and saying that if it comes down to that, they will not
That's what
follow
I'm
that
saying.
rule. They will not, but you're going to have the people who just follow orders who will. So that's going to be the interesting part
Mm-hmm.
is the dissension between those ranks and where that kicks off at that level first before it ever comes down to us.
I just don't think.
In my opinion.
You know how many people have like? Okay, it's not even like one person has one gun.
Yeah.
Like people have 10 guns in their house.
Yeah.
How are you gonna go door to door and say, "Hey, man, we're gonna need all your shit"?
Yeah.
I just don't see that being a realistic thing.
I think that that's a very, very tall task for them.
Yeah.
And it puts them in a very dangerous situation.
Exactly.
But just know, if you want a safe and free and democratic America, you need to get rid of
Right.
your guns.
Where you have rights.
Yeah, that was the 1700s, dude.
Sure.
We don't need guns
Of
anymore.
course.
So that
Everything's so safe now.
that is the next step, is to do away with the Second Amendment after we've revised and then censored the remaining voices in America due to the First Amendment.
Good luck.
Then we have to be able to weaponize the justice system to take care of our political rivals.
Well, if you don't have guns for weapons, you're going to have to find other ways to have
lawfare,
weapons. And
of course.
so
the judicial
weaponizing
system.
the justice system.
Yeah, so like maybe
Makes
lock
sense.
up Donald Trump so he can't run against you.
Yeah. You
That's-
have to.
And then, after all that's done,
Yeah.
then we will have a free democratic society. Vote Democrat.
You know, the more
Can we?
the more
We're gonna
you-
clip
the more
that
you
for
talk about
commercial.
that,
I
yeah.
love that.
The more you talk about that, the more I hope the robots do take over.
What the fuck are we doing where you're saying that is what needs to happen?
Because you're afraid that Trump is Hitler, is actually the
I think-
reincarnation of Hitler.
I think one of the most concerning things that I've personally been grappling with is like left or right, whoever you support, whatever your ideals are, somebody who's intelligent and can see the writing on the wall should look at this situation objectively and go, this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't care who you support.
Yeah.
The things that they're trying to do are bad.
But if you look at some of the things that they've fought for from their party, right? So if you look at like the whole transgender thing, you look at, you know, the furries and the people being able to use whatever, like their whole I would say over the last couple of years, like a lot of their, and I'm going to call them extremism, a lot of their extremist stances on it's been about destroying what's already there and rewriting it
Yes.
to fit the way they want. So it fucking makes perfect sense that that's the platform that they're running on is we need to continue this.
Well, they're trying to
keep
be
this train
unburdened.
rolling. Let's yeah. by what has been.
By what has been.
Tear it all back down because it's not for us. Let's rewrite it the way it should be and move forward together. It's like, what the fuck
when
are
they
you
started
talking
tearing
about?
down statues, when they started tearing those down, I was like,
same fucking thing, man.
This is not indicative of a healthy country right now.
We are doing this in order to form a more perfect union.
Yes. Yeah. Unity.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think somebody said that before. A more perfect union. Where have I heard that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is the Democratic way. That's what we're dealing with.
That's nuts, dude.
That's kind of been my baseline of like, I don't care if you like Trump or not. You cannot vote for this shit.
Yeah.
And then to scare you away from Trump, he is literally Hitler.
Yeah.
He's going to lock up all the
He's
Mexicans.
a fascist. He's a Nazi.
What else? So in the vein of Nazism, we had his rally yesterday.
MSG.
At Madison Square Garden. And you know why it's like Nazis?
100% I know why.
Because in February 20th, 1939.
years ago.
So fucking stupid.
There was a pro-Nazi rally.
Oh my God.
A pro-Nazi rally, not even on the same day, February 20th, 1939. So
But it was in the same place, John. The same place there was a Nazi rally.
Yeah.
President Trump had a rally also.
Yeah, Adam.
Not to mention the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of sporting events that have taken place
all
in that
Nazis.
same
They're
fucking
all
arena.
Nazis.
And concerts and everything.
Adam, pull up A4
Yeah, I
and play this shit.
Jesus.
You'll see next week, Caitlin, is Trump actually reenacting the Square Garden rally in 1939. I write about this in my book.
What a miserable bitch.
Franklin Roosevelt was appalled
what a miserable
that
bitch.
neo-Nazis, fascists in America were lining up to essentially pledge their support for the kind of government
Steve, what are you doing on camera there in
in
the
Germany.
bottom corner?
Amisha, what do you make of Trump holding this rally at this location 10 days out, and how do you think it will affect his supporters?
Listen to this bitch.
This is Trump choosing to play, a game of fascism. This is a guy who literally stole his mantra from that very rally. "Make America Great Again" was said in those streets in Madison Square Garden.
Hitler said, "Make America Great Again."
So check this out. I looked that up. I'm like, no way. It wasn't Hitler. It was like pro-Nazi. Adam, you can keep it on the video. I'll just pause for a moment. So she says that's where he got his "Make America Great Again." I was like, I looked and looked and looked and looked. Nothing showed up from that. What did show up is the first time somebody said, "Let's make America great again," was 1980, Ronald Reagan. That's it.
I think
so. She's just making basic
She's just making shit up.
And even if Hitler did say, "Let's make Germany great again," like that's not the same thing, dude.
No.
So,
but Kamala can take saying straight from the communism.
Well, hold on. I got a question. So can nobody host rallies at Madison Square Garden? It's just nobody can.
They can.
But when Trump does it, it's because Hitler did it.
Only if he did it first.
Oh my God.
only if he did it first.
Okay, let's continue to listen to this insanity.
By those neo-Nazis. I think it's very important that we recognize that Trump is not as ignorant as many people believe that he is. Yes, he's a bad decision maker. Yes, he takes his cues from a lot of fascists and a lot of dictatorships. But this guy knows exactly what he is doing. This is not happens chance. This is the same type of situation where he decided he was going to give a speech, give a rally in a town that had been overrun by white supremacists, where they lit black businesses on fire.
So because there was probably the biggest racist massacre in our country happened in Tulsa, I think.
Yeah.
1920 something. So Trump can never speak in Tulsa again.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
This is the dumbest shit. This is their arguments. This is why he's Hitler. This is why he's a racist. Because in 1920, somebody was a racist, and now Trump's there again.
How does MSNBC put this on TV? How dishonest is this?
This is insane.
And let me ask you this question. How is this not election interference? Like, you're fucking lying to people.
Yeah. It's one thing if you're reporting something on one side, but when you're lying about shit and
just blatantly
publishing it as fact.
Oh my God.
This is insane.
That wasn't by accident either. This is a guy who is appealing to racism.
Here's a guy.
This is a guy who's appealing to xenophobia. This is a guy who believes that his base is people who want to take America back, people who don't want to see immigrants, people who believe in his narrative that immigrants coming to this country make America trash. He needs somebody to blame. And right now, for the white grievance politics he is running, his group to blame is anyone who is not a member of his white supremacist base. So if you're black, if you're brown, if you are indigenous, if you are of an immigrant background, that is what he is doing. And every note that we will see him do at Madison Square Garden will repeat those things.
So
the scare tactics are unreal, dude.
So he's a racist, and everyone that's supporting him and in attendance at this rally is a racist. Number one, tons of Jews went to this Nazi rally.
Sure.
Maybe they should rethink that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he had something waiting for him. But anyway, lots of Jewish leaders in New York City went to this rally to support Donald Trump. Whereas just a couple days earlier, he was in Michigan where he was supported by Muslim leaders. Maybe they didn't know he was a racist either. Lot of black people at that, and a lot of black people are voting for him. Maybe they don't know he's racist either.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
I'm just wondering if all these, and you know what's fucking insane too? How many,
all of it?
Besides that, how many racists do you know that were given it an award from the NAACP?
Right.
How many?
Right.
Hitler didn't get one.
They're so desperate at this point that it's hardcore identity politics or bust. It's quite literally the Joe Biden line, you ain't black if you don't vote for me,
you ain't black.
Point.
Yeah. You know what? Here, I think
just rephrased.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Kamala is not even black.
There's some people voting for Trump that aren't fans of Trump, like myself. But I am being tired of being lectured by all these people telling me that I'm a racist.
Yeah.
I'm a misogynist. I'm a homophobe. I'm a xenophobe. I'm tired of just being lectured by everybody that thinks they're morally superior to me.
Yeah. I would say a Trump vote is like almost just an anti-establishment.
It's a
vote. At
my
point.
Trump vote is a fuck you to the Democratic
It's like
Party.
the current punk rock agenda.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I think Joe Rogan said that. I think he said the current punk or the current rebel is being a Republican.
Did.
That's
I just
the thing.
listened to that this morning. It's exactly what he said.
Dude.
Maybe I wasn't quoting it. Maybe I heard that, but that's just what it feels like.
So yeah, you got all these people telling us all these things, telling us what pieces of shit we are. You get all these out of touch celebrities telling us that we're pieces of shit. And speaking of out of touch celebrities, Kamala Harris has her fucking rally where Adam, I don't know what I have here.
Is it Beyonce?
It's Beyonce. Yeah, it's at A3. So check this out. This is in the USA Today. Watch live. Beyonce returns to the hometown of Houston to perform at a Kamala Harris rally. Adam, go to the next one. In this here, like, I can't read all that because it's small. But basically, these are all the different news outlets reporting that Beyonce is set to perform at the rally in Houston.
Did she not show up again?
She showed up, but she did not
didn't
perform.
because that's the second time they've done that.
And
they're doing that. They're doing that to draw in the crowds to the rallies.
Yes, people were pissed. But this is
the second time.
This is the fake bullshit that they keep pulling all the time. Like, they showed after...
It's Firefest.
Dude. It's what it is. It's political Firefest.
It's political Firefest.
That's exactly what it is. So they need to have all this fake bullshit just to get people to vote for
But
them.
did you see, though? I think it was that rally, Adam, B16.
Is that when she went Hitler?
No, the intro, that whole entry to it. Did you see that?
Maybe.
Yep.
Welcome the next Vice President of the United States, Tim Walz.
Got me.
For anybody who can't see it, it's Chris Farley running out, doing his cartwheel.
Good one. Good one. That got me. I bit hard on that one.
I thought you guys would like that.
Which I wish I would have linked it because there was like an interview where Tim Walz was chatting with AOC and he was saying, you got this dipshit Elon. He's referring to Elon Musk as a dipshit jumping around on. Called him a dipshit.
The man who, just caught a rocket with a piece of machinery as it came back from space.
But like just the
boy.
irony saying that Elon looks like a dipshit out there jumping around on stage.
Did you
coming from Tim Walz?
Did you see the deal? I think him and AOC were playing. I don't know if it was Madden, the football game, whatever. Dude, he's getting roasted because I don't know if he was playing it or if they were just linking the game and showing him. I didn't see the whole video of it, but he is talking about football and sports, and he clearly has no idea what he's talking about. But he said, like,
most assistant coaches don't.
I'm gonna run a pick six play, and AOC is gonna
what?
When you run the playbook, you know what to run. I'm gonna run the perfect pick six play. We're like, And everybody's roasting him in the comments like, this guy has no fucking
What
clue
the
what he's talking about.
fuck?
Yeah. He's going to run the pick six play.
Tim Walz has
What base you running that on? Like, I want to hear some more detail.
How many hoops is that
He's
worth,
got
Tim?
I'm gonna coin a new term right here live on the show. Tim Walz has resting dipshit face. You've heard of resting bitch face. Tim Walz has resting dipshit face.
I just thought that was so ironic.
You're
You're accusing somebody of looking foolish on stage. And then him, hey, and the kicking the leg up,
jazz hands and bug eyes.
What a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
This guy, and like, I don't even object to the word dipshit. You want to call him a piece of shit? I don't care.
Yeah.
But just the irony.
Yeah.
Like, and they do that every time. It's like, I'm not gay, you're gay.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they do.
No, you.
I'm not gay, you are. Yeah.
Like, dude,
stop.
every time. Like, these people are insane. Again, just the blowtorching effect of the gaslighting they do is just unreal, man. Unreal.
And people eat it up. Some people eat it up.
Morons.
That's because I think there are so many people who just don't think anymore.
Yeah. It's easier not to. It's easier to be told what to think.
And shut up and play your video games and eat your processed foods and go the fuck to your 9 to 5 and shut the fuck up.
Did you, just to interject real quick, because I know you've got more. Did you see the national anthem at the Democratic deal?
No,
I think was it Democratic?
Who did we kneel to?
Is this Chris Farley?
B-15? No, this is real.
This is real?
Live.
Pledge allegiance to the United States of George Floyd.
Can I go back, please?
It's
what?
It's a train wreck.
I got too nervous.
This is the free elections debate. It wasn't the Democratic thing. She goes on though, and like the whole time she's singing it, she's saying shit like, I fucked up. Oh, I'm too nervous. I got too nervous. I had to go back. And like, that's the national anthem.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was pretty awesome.
That's
too.
rough.
Yeah.
That is fucking rough.
What debate was that for?
Free elections or free and equal
The debate on whether we should or should not have free and equal
I
elections?
I didn't watch the debate. So
We've already determined we don't want free and equal anything.
We got to protect our democracy, Adam.
Stop.
Protect our democracy.
Our sacred democracy.
Sacred.
So just more, we talked about Kamala flip-flopping and all that. Oh, dude, I better have linked this one. Adam, go to A10.
A10.
And just hold it, pause it. Don't play it. So this is more of, her flip-flopping, the gaslighting of the Democratic Party. This is in reference to Donald Trump's border wall. She was on town hall with CNN. It was supposed to be a debate, but Donald Trump pulled out because he's fucking over the bullshit of the constant hits from her and the moderators.
And the media, yeah.
But of all people, I did not expect Anderson Cooper to actually fucking roast her on this. So Adam, play this.
Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity.
Look at that face. She's like, yeah.
Oh, shit. Where's this going?
Stupid, useless, medieval vanity project. Ego.
Project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border
I was
wall.
born a poor black child.
So remember Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on. They didn't.
She was waiting for the crowd just to fucking
the
erupt
laugh.
in laughter, and nothing happened.
The awkward
The
laugh.
crowd just...
Let's talk about Trump for a minute.
He didn't. They didn't.
How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall
Obama
that
built.
President Obama built.
But you're agreeing
So
to a
come
bill
on.
that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I play.
I love that he just right there. He's like, hold on.
Yeah.
You're pledging the money that was earmarked for that. You're going to keep building
You're
it.
against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question,
why
part
haven't
of
you fixed it already?
To acknowledge
She's the vice president. She doesn't have any
America
pull.
She was
has
never the
always
border
had
czar.
migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it.
They have to earn it, not just walk straight across and become citizens.
Hold on. I was told that you could walk across and get a cell phone.
Guys, It's only 1,500 a day that get that privilege. After that, they all get stopped.
That's if they pass the bill she wants. Right now, it's a billion.
I think it's right now. It's 1,500.
We're gonna.
I don't think so. I think that was
John's
proposed.
right. I think that's the new proposal.
Oh, that's the new one.
How many?
I think so.
I thought that was
1,500?
passed before.
So that just comes out to 547,500 people a year. Just half a million a year.
But that's all.
Only half a million.
Right.
Voters.
It's hearing her talk. It's like hearing. So, for example, I'm not a lawyer, right? But if I did an internship and I heard some people talking about like with a lawyer jargon,
picked up some buzzwords,
and then I'm going to come talk to you, who knows nothing about being a lawyer. I'm like, and then you got to hit the code of the precedents if you follow the legal.
And most of that's hearsay.
And
Your Honor, I'd like to
law.
approach the bench and talk to you about the objections on this side.
Sounds like somebody who heard the words and is throwing them out there, but has no idea how.
I'm going to go ahead and
it.
sustain you there for a second.
That's unfounded.
Anderson Cooper's
Objection.
Cooper's going to get her one more fucking time here.
And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president
He's going, you're fucking
who is grounded
stupid.
in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on this? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
So you don't think it's a stupid medieval vanity project anymore?
From the same, I got to play you guys this meme. I'll just play it right here. I got this meme the other day and it says, when my husband comes in from shift and asks why I didn't do the laundry when I was home all day yesterday. Play. Wow.
That is funny.
Just off on the audio today. Oh, there you go.
Done the last 4 years.
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
Sounds about right.
That whole town hall, I shouldn't say the whole thing. I mean, because she hit a lot of her talking points, but which is the same exact thing she always says. But there were a lot of moments where she was just fucking lost. Yeah.
Yep.
And like, I did not see it coming that CNN would fucking actually hold her feet to the fire on some stuff. And that was just one pretty glaring example with that border wall. But that's
but good for him for,
yes.
I mean, again, you don't expect CNN to do it.
That's what they do to Trump in every single interview.
Yeah.
And finally somebody did it to her a little bit.
It's about time.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she gets some pushback like that, she does. The best part of that was when she just thought the whole crowd was going to
when she started. Yeah. The laughter.
I love it.
Remember that wall? Because she's used to going down on stage in those stupid fucking rallies and let's talk about in the crowd.
Erupts.
And then she's like, oh,
yeah,
I got him. And then nobody said a word. She's like, okay.
Now I guess I have to answer this.
Oh, tough crowd. Oh. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. So this is, again, I would really, nobody listening to this show is a fucking Democrat, unfortunately, because I wish they would just hear some of this shit and like, maybe I will look at this a little differently.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you can listen to all this shit and still think that this is the woman that's going to fix everything.
It's Trump's evil. That's why.
They must be like, I'm doing it a middle finger to the Democratic Party I would say the vast majority. It's just got to be a middle finger to Trump. But what's going to happen after Trump's gone? Who are you going to blame? Because this is the party you're stuck with.
Yep.
And this is the fucking.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. Is anybody who doesn't look at this on the grander scale, let's say she wins, like, then what? Then we're fucked for 4 years, like mega fucked?
Like that chick on MSNBC was saying that Donald Trump needs a boogeyman. He needs a victim to blame. What do you think the entire Democratic Party is doing? Yeah. They're saying it's Trump. This is the problem. Trump, 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 Trump. Kamala Harris can't say 2 fucking sentences without saying Donald Trump.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I mean, whatever you think about him, he did 3 hours of Rogan. I think he mentioned Kamala Harris twice.
If that.
In 3 hours.
She's an idiot.
I did hear.
So stupid.
I didn't listen to the whole show. I did watch a recap of it. And it seemed like a lot of the people in the comments were saying that, yes, while he went on to Rogan, he got asked some questions that the content that they covered was very benign. Wasn't really anything super in depth as far as politics go. It seemed more just kind of just shooting the breeze with somebody.
I thought so.
And that a lot of the listeners thought that, one, he avoided some of the tough content and some of the tough questions or getting into the tough material, and 2, that it was kind of pointless.
I don't think it was pointless. I think the point of it, which is what Rogan and I believe Trump wanted to do, is just, I think Rogan wanted to talk to him like he said he wanted to talk to Kamala Harris as a normal person. I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people that only hear these sound bites of Trump or the, villainizing from the media that they do of Trump, I think that's why he wanted to go on there and like, look, I'm going to talk for 3 hours. I'm going to sound like a normal person. I'm not insane. Yeah, sometimes I go on some rambling things. I kind of get back to my point. And as a politician, I'm going to dodge some of them. But he seemed normal. He doesn't seem like an insane person, an insane racist, xenophobic, homophobic, sexual predator that the media makes him out to be.
So let me ask you then, since you say that and you heard the Rogan interview and you say he does seem like a normal person, I was talking to Adam about this on the way in, I can't help but feel, and this is as somebody who prefers Trump over Kamala, I can't help but feel sometimes when he says or does things that he's trying to torpedo his own campaign. Sometimes it feels like it's set up.
I've been saying that
he comes
forever.
out and says shit and you're like, well, we've said that along about how do his speechwriters allow this? How do his campaign managers allow this? And it's easy to go, oh, well, he's just a huge egotist and you can't control him. But he's not an idiot. He's not a dummy. He's a smart guy. And so you've got to think at some point, he's got to know, like, you don't go on stage and sit and talk about dude's fucking crank in the showers.
That was
and
just weird.
It was weird, but there's so much shit that it seems like he's torpedoing away his own shit.
Here's what I think. When
Doesn't
he
seem
does
right.
some of that
Can't
stuff,
get out of his own way, basically.
Yeah, but still, like
when
he's a smart guy.
Even me, I don't necessarily care for Trump, but like I actually like him more these days than I ever have. But when he's talking about Arnold Palmer's dick and stuff, like I honestly picture him like some dude at the fire station. Like it's just a normal dude just talking shit.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like I get that. And yeah, you're not the most skilled politician. Like he had Tony Hinchcliffe on at his rally who made
It was awesome.
But he made some racist jokes and people lost their mind over it. And again, it's just normal people being normal. It doesn't have to be so polished down to where you can't really tell who the real person is. Love him or hate him, I think you know who Donald Trump is as a person. He says what he wants.
But I feel like time and place.
I do too, but I kind of think he, in his mind, has, this is what he thinks. I don't know. He misses the mark, in my opinion, a lot, but I think he feels he has a finger on the pulse of what people want.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part, over his, professional career, he would be right. I mean, he's become a massive celebrity. He became president by doing, following his gut, and he very well could do it again. He doesn't always hit the mark, right? Yeah. But I think he does, in his mind, what he thinks is the best thing.
Yeah, sometimes it just feels like it's
I 100% agree.
A little too far out there.
Because I said this before, after the debate, like Republicans, you deserve a better candidate that will prepare, that will do all the dirty work and all that shit. Yeah. And he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, who the fuck? I'm some jackass sitting here talking on a podcast. He might be the 45th and 47th president of the United States.
True that.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Go vote, everybody.
Yeah.
I am tired of him asking me for $5 though. Whenever I'm trying to watch a YouTube video,
yeah. That's actually secretly me. I'm sending you those messages.
Well, if you cheap fucks would just pay for YouTube Premium, you don't get any of those ads.
Okay.
It's the only way to go. Who can sit there and watch YouTube all day and just get ads?
So annoying.
Out.
It's terrible.
I'm out. Moving on. What else? Anything more political you wanted to go on? Oh, I will say the one last thing. And this was blah, blah, blah. A1, Adam.
I gotcha.
Just so after, remember the debate where Trump talked about the crime statistics and how they were down?
Yeah.
And they said, no, you're wrong. Or they were up and they're like, no, you're wrong. They're down. Well, it turns out fucking Trump was right.
Just like the unemployment statistics. Just like the unemployment said, nope, it's not up there. And then they're like, oh, there's 500,000 people out of work that we didn't
More
represent.
bullshitting from the system, right?
Awesome.
So they try to make Donald Trump look like an idiot, say he's lying, and then turns out, you know what? He was right. Shocking.
But you won't see that advertised massively on mainstream about the accuracy now of what it is.
You won't see it at all. You haven't seen this on the news at all. Adam, you could play A1B. And this is just him at the debate.
Crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
and that graph is from the FBI?
They were defrauding statements.
That's awesome.
Listen, they're defrauding statements.
They didn't include the worst cities. They didn't include the cities with the worst crime. It was a fraud.
So he was billed a fucking liar after that. And turns out he's right and everybody else is lying.
But the problem is, I think sometimes they do this on purpose.
Yes.
Because you can't unring a bell. Because people aren't going to do their research and go,
Right.
oh, he was right. They're going to go, well, in the debate a month and a half ago, he said this and it was wrong, and they fact checked it.
Well, especially if this doesn't get advertised as
right.
like, hey, just
because
we
they
want
don't
everybody to know
promote
this is
part.
correct.
The FBI goes, oh, hey, we fucked up. Not,
Yeah.
hey, grand announcement, this is the real number. They don't do that, and I think they don't do it on purpose.
They do that exact same thing in the newspapers for just like you said. They'll run a story that says Donald Trump punched a baby in Times Square yesterday. And then 3 days later, they'll write a retraction on page 1050
just
saying,
a little,
sorry, we were wrong. He didn't actually do that. But again, can't unring the bell.
Yeah.
Everyone saw it. Everyone heard it.
And in my mind, that's election interference.
It should be.
It has to be. You're
If you're
influencing
gonna run
hundreds of thousands of
if
people.
you're gonna run
Millions.
that ad on the
Millions.
front, you're gonna run that ad on the front page and tell everybody
Yes.
this misinformation. You need to run the retraction on the
Yes.
front page saying we messed up, colossal blunder.
Dude, the press is just no longer what
Reliable.
it was, man.
It hasn't been for a long
Rogan's talked
time.
about that for a while. He talks about how like independent media is starting to really rise because people just don't trust the TV anymore.
Yeah.
So they initially said that crime was down 2.1%. It's actually up 4.5.
Oh my God.
So not even close.
Just a 6
right?
point swing from what they estimated.
6 points?
No big deal.
Closer to 7 points. I mean, 6.6. Like that's insane. Let's see what's up. The revision indicated increases in 1,700 murders, almost 8,000 rapes, 33,000 robberies, 37,000 aggravated assaults. None of that was in the original data.
But what's weird is like, I mean, what's changed in those last couple of years for those statistics to go up? I mean, how is that possible?
I don't know. I mean, the Democrats have controlled a lot of things and a lot of the, policies.
they were in the White House for the last 3.5 years and all their policies and control. How could that? How is that a thing?
That's a good question because they're
things that make you go,
what the fuck?
Yeah, we're past. We are well in what the fuck
weird.
territory now.
All right.
Dude,
well,
so that is my case for not voting Democrat. Tell the Democrats to suck a fat one and go vote Republican just this one time. Just try it on, see how it feels.
Get
We'll go
fucked.
back in 4 years. If I'm wrong, go back the other way.
I feel like it doesn't. I mean, I don't know how to say this the right way, but it doesn't matter who we vote for. There's probably going to be some level of we're fucked.
Of course.
But they're advertising in your face like you're going to be mega fucked.
They're literally telling you how they want to tear down the Constitution, how they want to take away your freedoms.
We're going to disassemble and dismantle everything that got this country up and going for the last, hundreds of years and just do something different.
But how do they do?
Like,
They convince people that that's the right thing. How do they do it?
Because
you got people going, oh, well, we need more justices on the Supreme Court. That's a good idea.
Americans, for the most part, are ignorant as fuck.
Yeah,
the dumbing down of America is a real thing. It's been a real thing for the last X amount of years. We are getting dumber and dumber by the minute.
Oh, question. I toss this. Justin and I talk about this all the time. I ask him, like, so are we just fucked? Like,
Yes.
Is there just no way?
Beyond all
are we
fucktitude.
fucked?
Yes.
Well, that sucked to hear.
Yeah. So now you have to decide between mega fucked or less fucked.
How fucked would you like to be for the next 4 years?
You guys are wrong. Let me tell you something.
Wrong.
Let me tell you about a little something called the American spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us.
Still alive.
Lift us
It's
back
still
up, Johnny,
alive.
because right now,
Come on.
right now it's doom and gloom.
It lives within each of us. You have to go back to your roots, your ancestors, some of us. Maybe we don't go back to that part of America. But
That's the part they're fighting against, right?
What I'm saying is we have to really think of, like, maybe it takes them stripping away certain freedoms for us to realize, like,
Ooh,
that's not so
bad.
good.
Yeah.
And when you go back to talking about taking away people's guns, like, that would be a real fucking problem.
Yeah, good luck.
But here's the problem with that, and I agree with you 100%. However, I look at it like union negotiations. Like, if we give something up and find out that's a really bad thing,
It takes a while to get it back.
it's or damn near impossible to get it back. So, like,
Agreed.
you can't give
Agreed.
up the things that we've got, the things that
Exactly.
we fought for, the things that are beneficial for us. Just giving that up and signing over our rights, giving away our rights.
The two things right now that I think are foundational and probably more important than anything, it sounds crazy, speech and guns.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the school shooters. I understand the violent crime. It's fucking horrific.
Yeah,
I
but
understand.
guns don't cause that. That's a whole different
I mean,
thing.
it's a tool. It's a tool that they use, and I get it. It is fucking horrific when that shit happens. I worry about, I've got kids in school right now. I worry about that. I like, do I need to buy them a bulletproof backpack? However, it's not as important as actually having
the rights
to own your guns.
I think I agree with you, Johnny. I think freedom of speech might be the most important, because without your voice,
all speech,
what are you?
Yeah,
you know
but not only that, that's how you get information out, good versus bad. That's how you can say, hey, that person's lying. Without that freedom of the other side, like your truth is 100% told to you from the whatever narrative.
And freedom of speech for the people I disagree with too. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
All around freedom of speech, not just if you agree with me. Like, we need to be able to sit down and have a discourse about, and that's how compromise happens.
This all stems from that fucking no bullying policy.
Man, ever since that,
we've been
further than that, dude. Ever since they shot that gorilla, ever since they killed Harambe.
The fuck are you talking about?
Wow, never mind.
I do know.
We'll cut that part out.
The gorilla.
No, we're not.
I do, but
the gorilla.
I know the gorilla.
Ever since they shot the gorilla, shit's been going bad, dude.
You're saying he was like some sort of lucky charm.
That was the turning point. They killed Harambe. It's fucking over.
Or was it Hammurabi? The code of
Hammurabi? The code of Harambe?
Hamburglar.
Okay.
This is a really weird turn.
We're going to cut this out.
I don't know where we're at.
I'll cut
We're
it
not cutting shit out.
Yeah.
I'm cutting.
We're doing it live.
Leave it.
But yeah, I'm sick to death of hearing from Kamala Harris and Rachel Maddow and Mark Cuban now is a total jackass where I don't know where that came from.
Now?
Yeah, I mean, worse. It's worse.
Okay.
He's also oddly morphing into Rachel Maddow. They're looking very similar these days. But in no way do I want their voices to be silenced.
No.
It's checks and balances all around.
Think about like Rogan, right? Tony Hinchcliffe. Comedians in general. If free speech was silenced, and I'm not even going towards the fact that like they can't say funny stuff. They won't have material.
Yeah.
Like majority of comedic value comes from the other side or what people disagree with. Like what's going to happen to just the entertainment industry as a whole?
What was the name of the movie with Sandra Bullock, Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes?
Oh, Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Remember they say a curse word and all of a sudden you get a fucking ticket?
Right.
30 demerits.
Yeah, just wait. That's happening. We need a Demolition Man.
We do.
We need Wesley Snipes.
Adam, let's freeze you.
In.
You come back in the future.
Still in.
Guns blazing.
All the way in.
All right.
This could work.
We got a little side project.
We just need a big old freezer.
Johnny's got cold plunge.
Yeah. Put you in there for a while. See what happens.
That'll work.
Well, I think, we got to do flash freeze. We got to flash freeze.
You know, I watched something on people who like they do the whole cryogenics thing.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a way to unfreeze them yet, though.
No, they know that.
Isn't that wild?
But
like
they're going into it knowing the technology will be
maybe.
Invented. Yeah.
I love that Ted Williams' head is just sitting somewhere in Scottsdale right now in a fucking...
Yeah.
What if it was like Idiocracy where they're going
to be able to upload his consciousness
forgot. Anyway. Just stopped doing that.
Too busy growing crops.
When baseball needs another 340 hitter, they're going to fucking thaw out his brain and like
100%.
Download that consciousness. So that's all I got on politics, man.
That's a lot.
Again, oh man, vote your conscience. Do the right thing, you fucks.
Yeah. But due to free speech, even if you disagree, vote for whoever you want.
Unless I find out you voted the wrong way, then
kick your ass.
Our ballots came the other day.
Kick your ass.
And I handed Jordan hers and said, "Hey, your ballot for Trump came in. Just go ahead and fill this out for me."
I had Tammy the same thing because we got our mail, or she got her mail in. I don't know why mine didn't come, so now I got to go vote in person. But I come home the next day and the ballot's gone. I'm like, "Did you mail in your ballot?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Who'd you vote for?" She's like, "I'm not telling you." Who'd you fucking vote for?
Yeah.
Tell me, woman. She's like, "I voted for Trump."
You better not have canceled my vote out. I swear to God.
Yeah, she would, but I had to just like, I know that's how you were going, but I just needed to check.
Well, it's funny. The same thing with my wife.
I need to see where this marriage is
Hey,
going.
our early ballots came in. I'm like, oh, cool. I go, did you already get yours? She goes, oh, yeah, I already sent it back. And I'm like, why did we not sit down and do that together? Like, why is that all like cloak and dagger like behind the confines of our front door.
I think that's part of it, man. I think that's part of the. They tell you don't
make
tell
you
anybody.
But as
who
a
you
family,
voted
like,
for.
we need to be on the same page with this.
I
shit.
told my wife, I was like, if you want to vote for Harris, like I don't. She knows. I was like, I genuinely don't care. Like
Yeah,
if that's
go
your
ahead.
beliefs.
Yeah.
I just know. I know the way
Not
she.
gonna
You
tell you who
shouldn't
to vote
feel
for.
taboo talking to your spouse about
No.
who you
She
voted
doesn't. She was
for.
joking. She was just giving me shit, and it's like, who else did you vote for? We went down the center. She's like, I voted for Carrie Lake. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that one. Like, I genuinely think she's crazy. I genuinely
Crazy can be a good thing, though, dude.
No, like
Donald Trump's a little crazy.
Donald Trump's a wild card. He's not crazy.
Fair enough.
Carrie Lake might be crazy. I don't know.
That's true.
She's just got the
Let's
eyes.
get Carrie Lake in here, man. Hey, Carrie. Not the Carrie we know, Steve. Different Carrie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Carrie Lake.
So I was like I don't know how I'm voting on that one yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I have to finish going through my ballot today. Mail it in.
I'm gonna drop it off.
In person?
I feel
am
like
too.
that's a little safer.
I am too.
I got to go in person like a fucking caveman and vote. Because
you better have your cheat sheet before you win, or you'll be there forever.
Don't bring your ID though. They're not allowed to ask you for
Don't
that.
wear.
In Arizona, we're required to have ID.
That's racist as fuck.
Don't wear any political Trump MAGA shit, or they will stop you at the poll and make you take it off. Have you seen those videos?
Yeah.
Yes.
I showed you one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one of an older lady, and they made her take her shirt off.
Fuck freedom of speech.
Can't
though.
do that.
MAGA shirt.
Who's not allowed to wear political stuff is the poll workers,
Correct.
not the people voting.
Correct.
Fucking insanity. All right, no more politics for another week. We should have a president. No, we won't have one by next show.
Yeah, it'll be.
I can't believe it.
2 weeks after
that came up so fast.
Yeah. I've just got like some tech. I got like just some quick rundown topics. You want just do the rundown?
Let's do the rundown and then hit tech.
All right. So this one actually is political, but it's part of the rundown. So the California Coastal Commission blocks SpaceX from launching any more rockets.
Why?
Well, the Coastal Commission, they regulate a lot of environmental things and things like, preserving the environment. But they did not block that due to any environmental concerns. They don't like his politics. They flat out said,
California?
Yep.
Because he's supporting Trump now?
Yeah. Because he's a billionaire and he's
Weren't they
politically
all about
influential.
Elon until the whole Trump thing?
Until.
Oh my God.
So obviously this is going to go to court. That's you can't just say, hey, because of your politics, we're not letting you launch rockets out here. That's insane.
Isn't religious beliefs, political beliefs, like your stance, like isn't that all part of the whole protected class thing?
Not in California, bitch.
Okay.
So we got that going on.
Yay, Democrats.
My man caught a rocket, by
Chopsticks.
the way, with chopsticks.
Fucking metal chopsticks.
Unreal.
That was
We'll get to that.
incredible.
We'll get to that.
They got 6G wireless network right now, which is 9,000 times faster than 5G. What is that? What does that look? Do you need anything 9,000
Is
times
anybody's
faster?
cell phone connection or wireless connection that bad that we need to keep improving it?
I don't, apparently.
I never thought about it that way.
I don't know. My wireless connection is pretty. I load my Google page and it says, 40 billion things loaded in 0.086 seconds. Like,
Pornhub
how
hasn't
the
buffered
fuck?
for me once.
No.
More.
I'm still on 4G.
How about we work on getting internet to places without internet before we just keep speeding everything up?
So what else we got here? We got Jurassic Park that's about to come to real life.
Oh yeah, the Tasmanian or the dinosaurs?
So
we covered this like 20 shows ago.
So
the
this
woolly
one here-
mammoth, the
so-
Tasmanian tiger.
No, an incredibly rare, fully articulated dinosaur embryo has been found inside a fossilized egg that had been collecting dust for over a decade in a storage room in a museum in China.
So they're going to take that DNA and put it in something else.
It's thought to a Chinaman.
Into a China man? Oh my God.
And so it's thought to be
Fucking
between
Godzilla.
66. Godzilla is Japanese.
Godzilla! That's how it started. They put some DNA into him. I'm calling it, dude. That's what happened.
So it's thought to be between 66 and 72 million years old. The unborn specimen reveals an incredible link between dinosaurs and modern birds. But now they actually have fully intact dinosaur DNA. What do you think the Chinese are going to do with that?
All of it. Diseases.
Dude, they're going to have AI-powered dinosaurs coming over here. Like they got the robotic dog. They're going to have dinosaurs coming over here to invade America.
Dude, it's going to be like...
What are we going to do with that?
It's going to be like Godzilla and Voltron and all those like Japanese anime cartoons with the... It's going to be
Mecha
fucking
Godzilla.
Power Rangers, but in real life.
It's
like,
all
it's going to be weird.
It's all happening. Russia is now getting their troops reinforced by North Korea.
Oh, okay.
So that
I did hear
partnership's
about that.
full-fledged. That's kind of
That's
cool.
a thing. Okay.
That's fucking dangerous, right? They sent 12,000 troops to Russia.
For the rest of the world. Not for them. Yeah.
You got that going on. And then there was a teacher involved in a foursome.
A teacher?
So listen.
Nice.
So 2 Wisconsin teachers forced to quit. Why are they not in jail? Anyway, after trying to set up a funky foursome with a student. They said,
let's make the room stank. Hell yeah!
It's getting real dank and musty up in here.
I just like that is in no way newsworthy. I just came across it.
That's
real,
absolutely newsworthy.
Make the room
is there video to this?
Stank.
Is there an audio cue?
Now know why 2 Janesville Craig High School teachers resigned. The former teachers are Jennifer Larson and Alexia Salderis. Both were business education teachers. According to the school's investigation, Salderis admitted to sending the student 5 photos of herself wearing lingerie. The report shows the 2 also admitted to sending inappropriate messages to students, saying they wanted to, quote, have fun with them. Police are now investigating to see if criminal charges should be filed.
Let's make the room stank.
That's amazing.
Not even stank. Let's make the room stank.
Stank.
And you know that means business. Dude.
Oh, dude.
Stank versus stink. There's a difference.
Dude, what? I don't even know what to think of a woman that texts me like, "Let's make the room stink." Like,
whoa!
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
What
All
you,
in.
Yeah. You aren't ready for that.
You better hydrate, buddy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a long night.
I'm gonna have to get some Sky MD.
You're gonna have to get some electrolytes from
She's
Sky
showing up with
MD.
Lingerie and Sky MD.
Dude,
for
let's make the room
sure.
stink. I thought that was incredible.
Damn.
That's a great commercial. Looking at you, Sky MD.
So that's all for the rundown. There was a lot more, but I cut it short.
Dude,
so all I got left is tech. What do you got, brother? What do you got, brother? Send it.
Well, I think the first one, Adam, B2, perfectly executed landing following Starship's 232-foot super heavy booster rockets gracefully returning to the launch pad 7 minutes after launch, caught by an enormous pair of mechanical chopstick arms nicknamed Mechazilla.
This looked so crazy. I almost didn't think it was real.
I didn't either. I had to look for multiple shots of it, but this is Elon's rocket.
Incredible.
Booster. It's the booster portion because they did have a rocket portion that broke off and landed in the water, had splashdown. This was the actual booster rocket returning safely.
That's amazing.
Dude, it is nuts. I had another view too that I didn't link, but it shows it from the pad itself.
This is how you make it more affordable to space travel and get the fucking Mars, bitch.
And that's what they're saying is looking at the affordability, but also the repetitiveness of being able to resend people in from a cost.
And with AI machine learning, that's only going to get better,
dude.
You know what I mean? They're going to be able to. They're
going to be able to fix it, make it to where it's. I don't want to say error proof because who knows, but man,
I don't know if I linked this in tech. Let me see real quick. Exercise. No, but they now have robots due to the machine large language models and the learning and all that stuff. They are now able to repair other robots.
Yeah.
Like here's my I go pick up this part. You need a battery.
I read an article where they had a supercomputer or AI, whatever it was, coding, and the machine got bored with the coding and started to upload pictures of like
dick pics,
nature scenery, because it was bored doing the coding.
That's weird.
That's super weird.
I'm tired of your earthly endeavors.
Yeah. This I thought was pretty interesting. Adam B6. So if you guys like the Tesla Optimus bot, this is a flashback to the Asimo, A-S-I-M-O.
Was this a
robot.
Honda one or something?
Yeah. They did this. They had this built 22 years ago.
Yeah.
So this was still in production. This is 22 years ago, dog. Yeah. So they actually quit production on this in 2018. They were actually, was it 2018? Yeah. They announced in 2018 that they were going to quit doing it. In the last display they did, appearance they did was in March of 2022. But 20 years they worked on this whole robotics thing, and obviously now they've blown it out of the water. But I saw that and I was like, dude, that's crazy. It's twisting off the top of a can.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this was 22 years ago and we were already here. In some ways, it's kind of crazy to see how far it's come, but it's also crazy to see how far we really haven't come when we're doing the stuff that they're displaying now with the robots.
The robotics
haven't
come very far.
Correct.
But all the
technology and software, it's nuts.
Next level shit.
I saw that. Thought that was pretty cool. And then I have a bunch more, but I'll cover 2 of them. Actually, maybe 3. So we talked about this last time, B-10 and B-11, Adam. So the U.S. Armed Forces have awarded, we were talking about, it's a company called Anduril, A-N-D-U-R-I-L, a new contract for acquisition for hundreds of these drones. I think we had talked about this. So this was a private company. Go ahead and hit it. Private company. These were the videos. Their videos are pretty crazy. These 2 different types of drones that this company is building. Obviously weaponized drones.
Hell yeah.
So this first one was the Roadrunner, Adam?
This is Roadrunner.
B-10? Yeah, so U.S. contract valued at $249 million. Includes a delivery of more than 500 of these Roadrunner unmanned drones. And they have additional pulsar electronic warfare capabilities, but these videos are pretty nuts, dude. Deliveries are scheduled to begin in 4th quarter of 2024, extend all the way through 2025. So they can have high subsonic speeds. They also have, this company Anduril also has underwater drones that can reach high speeds that they have like a whole line. Their website is nuts, dude.
So we all the time we talk about UFOs and like how they move unlike anything we have. Well, the reason why we're limited on how things can move
is because of the pilots.
Right. You don't have a pilot now. You talk about underwater ones. Like there's all kinds of underwater sightings of aliens and things that move like impossible. Like nothing. We don't have anything like this. A pilot can't be in there. Well, maybe this is why.
Yeah. So it has a return to base function. All the drone functions. Adam, there's also the Bolt M, which is B-11. This is a modular AAV, which is just an unmanned aerial vehicle that delivers a rapid response capability. So it's this model drone. Looks kind of like the ones you would buy, kind of a personal drone, but they have mounted munitions that they can put on them, precision firepower, all remotely controlled. Just crazy. So the company name, it's funny because I was reading about this and then they have all these different threads and Reddit had a thread on it. And I was reading through that and dude, there's tons of Lord of the Ring nerds pissed because the name of the company is Anduril. And I guess that's a name from Lord of the Rings. And they're like, Tolkien needs to sue these guys. They're all butthurt. The nerds are up in arms, butthurt about this, but
chill out, nerd.
Is this the one with the concussive?
Yeah, so there's
blast?
different munitions packages that you can get on this, and again, the U.S. ordered some of these as well as the Roadrunners, but this is in their delivery.
This is going to be new warfare, dude. It's going to be drones.
So what was crazy is I was reading about this, and they were talking about the implications of this. I think this guy's American based, U.S. based. But when he was initially starting this up, it was basically he was creating this for the highest bidder. It wasn't necessarily for the U.S. contract. It was just, and that's one of the things that we're talking about in these Reddit threads is like, this guy's just building this shit. And I want to say he had a hand in doing the, not the Meta glasses for the VR, the VR tech stuff. He was one of the guys on because they were talking about how he was involved in that whole program. I don't know if he built it or what, but But he was just building it to farm out to whoever the greatest bidder was.
Well, here's the thing. If you're a U.S.-based company and you're doing that, that ain't happening.
100%.
If it has military applications, not happening, bud.
Yeah.
Like, that's cute.
Yeah. They'll either sign your contract
that now
or
belongs
they
to
will
the Air
take
Force.
the tech. Yeah, 100%.
This thing takes out a whole car.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about the new future of warfare with these drones. If I knew you were going to talk about this, I would have linked this thing. But it's the Army now has this whole new training unit. It's anti-drone warfare. And they're showing them with these things that just look like big rectangular boxes with some sort of optic on the front.
Like an EMP blast?
Yes.
Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, they're training whole fucking platoons of soldiers to like combat drones.
We're going to need to have our own handheld EMP deals for when the machines take over.
Well, so I've already thought about this since I am mildly in prepper phase.
Sure.
Since we don't have like EMPs and all that stuff, like I'm thinking low-level drones like the ones that are going to drop grenades on you like they're doing in Ukraine. Because that's what it'll come to, like guerrilla warfare. Your neighbor's going to have a DJI drone that might come
You're just going to bring your pickleball racket and just smash it back at it?
No, I'm thinking just, a shotgun with birdshot in it. Because you can take ducks out, like you can take drones out.
Yeah.
So that's my plan. Try me, bitches.
Yeah. I'll let you try it first and then I'll follow suit.
Shotgun's not a bad idea.
No, it's the way to go. If your neighbors, because eventually, if you're prepped up a little bit, you have your food, you have your water supplies, you can take care of your family for 6 months, a year.
Sure.
Somebody out there is going to be hungry and they're going to want your shit.
Yeah.
And maybe they send that drone over, like, I don't want to go over there. I know they have guns. Like, let me just scout it out.
Yeah.
Let me send the drone.
They don't have a stash of food. They just have a stash of batteries.
Yeah.
Just keep operating.
Maybe. Solar.
Ooh. Maybe we should build our own shit. The last one I'm going to go over for today, B14. Oh, nope. Adam, I don't think this loaded. This video didn't load.
Well, speaking of solar, though, I just randomly saw that in Switzerland, they obviously have trains there like everywhere else.
Yeah.
But now in the middle of the tracks, they are starting to lay solar panels all throughout the tracks.
Oh, to power through go through the tracks to power the train.
Yeah.
So they don't have to have the little arm up touching the metal. Or the,
no. This is like the cross-country trains, like Union Pacific, shit like that, yeah.
Sweet. So I had a video linked. It didn't load, but California-based startup REM Space, REM, has successfully demonstrated the world's first communication system for people in dreams.
I've seen that, yeah. I meant to link that like 3 weeks ago, yeah.
You mean like if you're asleep, they can come talk to you?
So what they did, they had 2 individuals sleep. They get them into a lucid dreaming phase. They send one a message kind of through however they have them hooked up with their electrodes to their brains and show them a visual image or a word. They then have them think that, and it goes into some machine, and then the other person's sleeping, and that machine sends that message to them, and they both wake them up, and this person says what it was, this person says that's what it was, and they're just now sending messages to each other from sleep.
I don't want that to be a real thing. You imagine like 20 years from now, your wife's like, hey, let's put on our dream caps and go to sleep. Like, no.
Hey, what are you dreaming about? A nice day on the lake, the weather's good, and all of a sudden, like, chew 5 gum, and like there's this commercial.
Oh my God, you're getting bombarded.
You want to sleep without ads?
You're getting bombarded with ads.
Pay for your,
you got to pay
where
for
this is going.
ad-free sleep.
Yeah, sleep premium.
I'm going to interrupt this conversation because it's driving me nuts. I was talking with somebody the other day. You mentioned something to me that was going to be a subscription based, and I was outraged by it, but I can't remember what it was.
The only recent thing that I actually called happening was Disneyland. Was it Disneyland? Because when I was in Disneyland a couple weeks ago, and they did their fast pass thing, you got to buy the whole thing, and I was walking around and I said, you know what, the next thing, because right now you can do 1 fast pass per ride per day, period. If you fast pass the Haunted Mansion, can't do it again for the rest of the day. And I said, while we were in Disneyland, I said, this is going to be a tiered system. And not 2 weeks later, they just did like the premium one where you can pay, it's like $400 per person. And you can ride every ride unlimited fast pass. But if it wasn't that, I don't know.
There was something you mentioned to me. I'm like, no way. It was a subscription type thing. It's never going to come to me. Fuck it. All right, back to what we were saying.
Yeah, anyway, the dream thing, pretty crazy, man.
I don't know how I feel. Well, I know exactly how I feel.
I don't want anyone in my shit.
Yeah.
My dreams are mine.
What if you get dream hackers? And these people just start jumping, like, running through the system.
Oh,
and they find whoever's hooked up, sleeping. And
I'm telling you, it's going to be ads, dude. You're going to get an ad for a $5 footlong of the week mid-sex dream with, like, Kamala Harris.
That's going to be a footlong during a sex dream.
Dude, I don't need people in my private thoughts, dreams or otherwise. I'm totally out.
We might have played it on the show where they're able to, like, put your dreams on a screen. That's a new... I think we talked about that.
You had that, didn't you? And you had the words and the pictures.
So, I mean... Yeah. The way technology advances.
So I don't have a fireside for today, so I'll do one more tech.
Where are we at on time?
Right about an hour.
Oh, really?
Damn. Yeah, just about.
So the first case of what they're claiming is a first case of AI-related suicide. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yes, I saw that.
So
so sad.
14-year-old Florida boy. Basically, he became obsessed with one of these chatbot platforms. I think it was called Character.ai. And it's supposed to be used for like initially like role-playing games. I don't know if it's like a Dungeons and Dragons thing or whatever, but you can basically program it to be whatever type of person or personality that you want it to be. This 14-year-old kid became pretty obsessed with it, started becoming recluse, kind of closed himself off to the outside world. I think he was already having some suicidal ideations, but he started sharing it with this chat bot, and then basically ended up following through with it and killed himself. And his mom now is blaming not only the chatbot, its founders, but she's also got a lawsuit against Google for not moderating it. And so the founders of the company say that now that they're taking steps and measures to put in place like different type of analyzers that when people start having certain comments or certain statements, and it sounds like they're getting towards something suicidal, that they'll start steering them the opposite direction.
Don't do it.
Pretty crazy though, man.
Don't talk to robots, kids.
It's a bad business model if you're letting.
Didn't they make a movie about that dude who had the AI girlfriend and?
Yeah, it's called Her. With
I didn't see it or see how it ended, but we've talked before about people having these AI.
I don't think he kills himself in the movie.
You don't need real friends anymore. You're gonna have robots and AI, and you can have it be whatever personality you want. It's pretty crazy.
It's gonna be weird. Yeah. It's not just there's no value to having. I don't know. I got a lot of thoughts on that, but
yeah,
I got time for it.
Last reaction vid. Yes. Adam, I had some sports stuff. So B3. I'm not a big baseball guy, but I was watching this. Thought it was pretty funny. So we always talk about the bro handshake, the homie hug.
Yeah, this is the worst.
Have you seen this?
Oh yeah,
I have no idea.
You ever seen the tip tap?
No, what's that?
Okay, go ahead and play this.
Do you remember when Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco, the Bash Brothers?
Yeah, Bash Brothers. So you can rewatch it again if you want.
Let's just get that last bit.
So, the high five, the Bash Brothers, and Jose Canseco actually commented on this. They would bash forums. This guy hits a home run. This isn't it, Adam.
I know. I didn't even know that the screen didn't change. Sorry.
Different video. So, yeah, these guys, he hits a home run, walks up, high fives the guy, and then they bump cups. Tip tap.
It's kind of gay.
Well,
is it
just mostly gay?
I think you're just homophobic if you don't do it.
Is it not gay because there's something between, like it's the cups that are hitting, right? It's not skin to skin. So
I don't know.
It's like
I just thought that was funny, and I wanted to coin the tip tap.
That was your word?
That was mine.
Well done.
You like that?
The tip tap. Coming to a fire station near you.
Next time I see Johnny, I'm like, we're doing the homie hug.
Yo, what's up, dog?
Handshake, we're doing the tip tap.
Get that tip in here, dog.
We will not be bumping wieners
yet.
I know. I agree. I think it's homophobic if you don't.
Consider me homophobic.
You guys heard it here first. Johnny's a homophobe.
I'm fine like coming up and smacking you in your dick like nuts. I'm good with that, but I'm not touching
You'd rather put your hand on it?
That sounds even more gay.
No, that's a violent act of me slapping your nuts. That's violence. I'm okay with violence.
You're not okay with the tip tap?
No, I am not okay with forced homosexuality because that's rape.
Coerced.
Either way.
Well, yeah. What if both parties are consenting? Then it's like,
or is this more of a Diddy situation? Like, hey, if you don't do it,
hey, no Diddy.
I got the baby oil.
Dude, just
slip right off each other.
Just touch the tip of my penis with the tip of your penis, dude. Come on, stop.
I just all of a sudden I got very low energy. My back's hurting me. Like,
yeah.
I suffer no fools at this moment. You will not touch my dick with your
Okay. All right. Got cranky, Johnny.
I did. All this my back. That's why I asked you. Like I'm hot now.
Yeah, sweating.
Yeah, like that's why I asked you. Like, how long have we been going? Like an hour. I felt like 2 hours.
We had that break. That's all I got, man. I got more, but
so we have been going for like 2 hours. We've probably been in this chair for 2 hours.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
We've been in this chair for easily 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the problem is.
There's some technical difficulties we had to fix.
Yeah, I got to stand up.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. That's it. Show 44.
Show 44 in the books.
Next time we'll be on election day.
Election day is when you'll hear from us next.
Or you won't.
Or the day after when we post it.
Depends on if that stank bitch Kamala wins. Might have to rise
Let's make
up.
the room stank.
Have to get real stanky over here, dude.
Jesus. Let's see what happens. I can't wait to see. Should we hold off the show until after the election? Yeah, let's do it. Like, what sense does it make doing it on Monday?
Are we going to know for sure that night? Will they have the totals done?
Dude, they won't know until December. At least.
They already said here in Maricopa County it's going to take 10 days.
I know.
But if we do the next day, at least we got some data, right?
All right.
You know what I mean? So that would be
Wednesday,
November 6th.
Wednesday the 6th.
Wednesday the 6th. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. That makes more sense to me.
Next show, the day after Election Day, D-Day.
Yes.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Rise of the Machines. All right, later.
All right.
My head hurts.
Oh, dude.
My head was swelling.
Fucking left.